behind the scenes, revealing how I make 6 figures per month in my own How to 10 Million business. So here's what we're going to cover in this training. We're about to cover all of the inner workings of a fully functioning 6 figure per month How to 10 Million business. And here are the specifics of what we're going to move through together. So we're going to start with how I create offers. Then we're going to talk about how I generate traffic. Then we're going to talk about how both of my sales processes are built, i.e. how I generate leads and sales. Then we're going to talk about how I convert leads into buyers routinely, like clockwork, with ease and whilst having fun. Then we're going to talk about how I provide value when sales are actually made, plus my pricing strategies, just to ensure maximum profitability. And then we're going to talk about how I operate the business in a way that lets me live with freedom, whilst still making multiple 6 figures per month. Now, before we go any further and we actually get into the video itself, I just wanted to make you aware of this. So I usually charge as much as £45,000, and that's for my Done For You program, to share all of this and just go as deep as I'm about to go with you guys today. And quite frankly, I must be mad to give all of this away for a tiny $47. Therefore, the reason that I'm telling you this is my advice is to keep this video, this training, what you learn, to yourself. And the reason that I say that is because what you're about to learn is going to give you a massive edge over other people, over your competitors. And this is actually the first time that I've ever revealed everything that I'm actually doing right now in this business and just laid it out on a silver platter, explained it all in detail. And what you're about to see and learn in this video is literally, truly everything that I am doing right now, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, broken down step by step to make the money that I'm making now, which is like millions of dollars a year in cash. So you should be excited. And yeah, this is going to be an awesome, awesome, awesome training. You're definitely going to want to make notes as well. So let's start with point number 1, how I create offers. Okay. Now, this is going to be all about how to create offers that find product market fit and fast so that you can start really generating sales and customers and profits as soon as possible. And this is the foundation. This is the baseline. So what is an offer? It's approaching someone with a solution to a pain, a problem, or a desire, right? It's to create an awesome offer. I always say, and I always think, what do people want but struggle to make real? Or what pain do people have but are stuck on solving for themselves? Or similar to that, ideally at scale. And that's really, really, really important. i.e., lots of people have that need. Because this way, you can be as close to sure on landing on product market fit from the off, from day one. And what I mean by that is, look at what people need and sell it to them. Look at what people want and provide it for them, right? So when people have a headache, they don't know how to make that headache go away. They don't know how to make the medicine. If you do, make it and sell it to them. Another example, a hell of a lot of people out there do not know how to trade financial markets, right? And that is a massive market. So if you do know, package it up, put it in front of them, and they're going to buy. They're just going to buy. And if you keep it this simple in your mind, good God, is this going to help you? Because people make offers too complex. People overthink this stuff. It's just, what do you have that other people want? Or what can you create that other people want? And again, what do they want but struggle to make real? Or what pain do they have but that they can't solve for themselves? Make the solution and put it in front of them. And if you do that, again, you're going to find product market fit much faster. Now, what is product market fit? Right? It's when people respond positively to and buy your offer. And you'll know that you have this when one of two things happens. Number one, people show interest in or ask to buy from you. And number two, when people actually do purchase from you, right? Now, as an example, in my first business, the one that I exited last year, in the trading education niche, I used to have a Twitter account where I'd share my trades, market commentary, I'd chat with other traders, all to build value and attract an organic audience. Right. Now, one day, a follower messaged me and he asked if I could help him. He asked if I offer education, and then boom, product market fit began to show its face to me. And that was the day my e-learning company was actually born. Right. So that is an example of when people begin to respond positively to what you're doing. Okay. Now, how do you know that you have product market fit? Well, as I just gave an example of, one way to find product market fit is by creating organic content via Twitter, YouTube, a Facebook page or group, a school group, an Instagram account, or similar. And then you're going to let people come to you and affirm interest in your niche and your offer. Now, another way is to run dummy ads into a dummy funnel. And by that, I just mean create a trial funnel, drive traffic into it, and we'll discuss traffic next, by the way, and just see what happens. Are people interested? Do you get leads? Do you book sales calls? And so on. And if you do, voila, amazing. Product market fit will become evident and people will start to come to you. They'll gravitate towards you, right? So what are some examples of offers and niches? Well, one would be survival, another trading, fitness, addiction, beauty, sports, schooling, publishing, consulting, business growth, hiring, sales. Honestly, I could go on. And I've seen successful six-figure per month offers in every single one of those that I've just mentioned firsthand. Every one that I've just listed, I personally know at least one person that's making 6 figures a month with it. Okay. Now here is a suggestion that I just wanted to add for your benefit. Follow a passion, or partner with someone who has a passion if you don't. Now, this will keep you going in any tough or slow times, and you will do better work because you or whoever you partner with will truly care about what you're doing and sharing. Yes, you can do this just to make money. That's no problem, and you will make money. But if you can do something that you really love and that you're really passionate about, you are going to go further. You are going to have more fun. It's going to feel so much easier. It really is. And that's one thing that I learned too late. So that's why I wanted to share that with you. So how do I actually create offers? Well, in the past, when I built my first company in the trading education niche, I was extremely passionate about trading, like I just said. And through my Twitter account, my first customer came to me organically. So as I mentioned earlier, this was me finding product market fit accidentally, which spawned the creation of the company. From there, when that first guy approached me, I created an ebook for him, which is what he requested, basically. We built that together for $50, no less. That was my first ever sale. And then that later turned into an online course. And after that, a full-blown coaching program. And the offer evolved over time, but it was basically based on my unique style of trading, that being mechanical rules. So what I did was I just started with a small, basic product and offer. I will share my strategies with you. And it was just an ebook. And then as I put about 10 people through, people started giving me feedback and saying, Will, what about this? How do I do that? Can I use this broker instead of that broker? Can you put images in the ebook? And then the ebook got longer. And it basically turned into like a 15-page PDF. And then it was videos in a Dropbox folder with the PDFs. And then I put it into a course portal. Then I added coaching. And it just evolved slowly and steadily over time. And the price evolved with it over time as well. And by simply sharing what I was doing on Twitter at the time, struggling traders were attracted to me and they asked for help, just like I explained. That is the power of sharing value for free organically on social media, because your ideal clients will find you over time. Now, sometimes this can be slow, yes, but it works. It absolutely works, and it's an amazing place to start. Even if you have a budget for ads, it can be great to just start with organic first. Go slow, go steady, attract that initial audience, and on and on. Okay. Nowadays, to fast forward to the present day though, in my new company and via my book, I now simply share and teach what I've done over the last 7 years of going from zero and starting accidentally, as I just explained, to making $16.4 million and then exiting to a private equity firm for millions more. Many people have approached me over the last couple of years, which signaled product market fit, asking me how I did it and if I can help them to do it too and that kind of thing. And my offer nowadays is basically this. Do you want to waste time? Do you want to waste money? And potentially either get things wrong or fail entirely by going at this alone? If not, I will provide a comprehensive training course, which is my e-learning accelerator program, along with one-to-one coaching to ensure your success. So again, over the last 1-2 years, as I was actually still running my last company, I had people coming to me and saying, oh, Will, I can see how well your business is doing. You know, you've scaled really far. I'm making 50 a month or 100 a month or 150 a month. Can you help me scale? Can you help me hire? Can you help me with my product? So again, similar to the Twitter the first time, people gravitated towards me as I showed people that I was doing it. So that's basically how it works. Go out there, show people that you can do what you want to help them with. They will come to you. And this current offer that I run right now, we're doing about $250,000 a month cash and about $2.5 million a month revenue or thereabouts currently with this offer. So let's move on to part number 2, how I generate traffic. And this is all about how to create traffic for your offer. So we've talked about offer, right, and product market fit. Now it's like, how do we get the traffic though? So what is traffic? It's people, it's eyeballs, it's attention. It's people seeing you, following you, paying attention to you and becoming a fan or a follower or a subscriber. Or even just someone who knows who you are, right? And ideally, these people that you attract are appropriate for your niche and your offer. Let me explain. So how do you get the right kind of traffic? Well, let's say that you sell a fitness offer. Okay, you don't want to attract people with six packs who are nutrition experts, right? You want to attract unfit, unhealthy people who want to get fit and who may want and need your help. And you achieve that through 2 manners. So let's discuss what those 2 manners are. Okay, so there's paid and there's organic. Now paid, to attract the right type of traffic, you literally just target them via ad platforms by creating ads that speak to your ideal buyer and then drive the ideal buyer, right? It drives them through that targeting. Okay, and you do this through the following. So keywords, i.e. showing your ads to people who search certain words, or placements, i.e. showing your ads on similar videos online, or even custom intent, which is actually my favorite type of targeting, which shows your ads in Google or YouTube based on specific search and shopping behavior. Now, it's pretty incredible that we can do things like this, whereby you can do something as simple as write an ad that speaks to your dream buyer and literally put it in front of your dream buyer. That is an amazing thing. And that's why ads work so well. It can take time sometimes just to get the messaging right, you know, the exact targeting right, that kind of thing. But it's really simple. It is really, really simple. What are they searching for? What are the keywords that they're typing in that are relevant? And then it just puts you in front of those people. It really is amazing. So that's number 1. Number 2 is organic. Okay, so what if you don't have a paid ads budget? What if you don't know how to write paid ads or run paid ads? If that's the case, do not worry. You can just make organic content, like I shared in my earlier example. Create 1 or 2 accounts on social media and just share value, tips, tricks, insights, evidence of your own success, commentary, and similar. And this will attract the right kind of people towards you, lead them to following or subscribing, and again, voila, you're getting leads and they will become future buyers. So those are the 2 types of traffic, paid and organic. So how do I create traffic for my offers? Well, I do 2 things. Number 1, I make YouTube videos to provide value and attract my ideal person towards me. And that's someone who either wants to start a How to 10 Million business, or if they have one, optimize it and grow it further. I put a link in the description of my videos where viewers can go to the Work With Me page of my website, book a sales call to discuss investing in one of my coaching programs. And currently, as of me making this video right now, we book 3, 4, 5 sales calls a day from YouTube organically for free. And for those that don't know this, I've got 55,000 subscribers on YouTube now. And honestly, my videos don't get that many views. They get 3, 4, 5,000 views, sometimes 10. Sometimes videos do go viral and they book us a hell of a lot of calls. But we're not doing anything particularly amazing. Like, my videos don't get 100,000 views every time. So if my videos only get 3 or 4 or 5 or maybe 10,000 views, and we're booking about 150 calls a month, you can see how powerful YouTube alone is. And that's just YouTube, 1 video a week. So you can see the power of that. Number 2, I run paid ads. And I run paid ads to my book sales page, which obviously, you know what that is because you went there and you purchased. So thank you and congratulations for doing that. And what I do on that page is I create leads, which is people who provide their info but don't check out, and buyers who read the page and purchase. Now, the point of this is to build value and trust with people through the book so that they read it and they think, wow, this is awesome. And this guy really knows his stuff. And then the point is to ascend the people who decide that they don't want to do everything themselves and instead want my help into joining one of my coaching programs. This generates sales and profits for me, and I then get to help these people quickly generate the same for themselves. And it really is a true win-win. It's the best thing in the world when you can make money and you know that you can make your clients even more money. Oh, it's just the best feeling in the world, because when people buy from you, you're excited for them. You know, like when I get a client, honestly, you know, I'm not bragging here. The money doesn't really have any impact anymore. But I get excited when someone buys my coaching. I'm like, dude, you are about to make a fucking lot of money and have a lot of fun and build an amazing life, because I just know what I'm doing. So it's just the best win-win in the world. So that is number 2. That is what traffic is, where to get it, how to get it, and also how I get it as well. So next, let's talk about how both of my sales processes are built and how to create profitable sales processes. So firstly, what is a sales process? It's the process of how you convert the traffic, i.e. the eyeballs, into buyers, i.e. money in the bank. Now, there really are many sales processes that you can build, depending on many different factors. So your offer, your niche, your price point, what your deliverables are, and so on. Some sales processes are complex, others are dead simple. Some are easy to build, and some are extremely hard to build. Now, the simplest to build is a VSL funnel, a value sales letter funnel. And this is simply an explainer video followed by a sales call. The most complex funnel to build is a book funnel, where you sell a book from an extremely long sales page, followed by an upsell, followed by a sales call, all glued together by similarly complex email streams. And I cover all sales processes inside the book. So if you haven't read it, go and read it. Now, what are some other sales processes though? Well, there's a webinar funnel, there's a lead magnet funnel, there's a message me funnel, there's others, right? They're not quite the key ones, but there are others that I could even go into there. But in 9 out of 10 cases, I recommend my one-to-one coaching clients to begin with either a VSL funnel or a message me funnel, because they're the simplest, and for most offers and niches, they work the best. Not all, but most. Okay. So which one should you choose to build of all these funnels? Well, here's the thing. It's too complex of a conversation to have here in this training, just because I need to know your offer. I need to know your niche. I need to know your price point. I need to know your deliverables. I need to know, are you old or new? It's just like, I could not tell you in this video which one to build, because I don't know those things about you. And there's just too many variables for me to map them all out. Okay, but if you do need any help with this, I highly encourage you to go to howto10million.com/join and come into one of my coaching programs so that I can make sure you choose the right one. I can show you how to build it properly. I can handhold you and so on and so forth. I can also give you a pre-built funnel clone of whatever one that you do build to save you the time. But just very quickly, just to give you a bit of an understanding here, okay, let me give you 2 examples. So number 1, let's say that you are in the trading education niche. That is, if you don't know this, a very, very, very low trust market. Tons of scams, tons of people that don't even know what they're doing teaching. It's a very low trust market. And a webinar funnel is the right choice because it builds trust. Right. Now you can do a VSL, and a VSL is going to work. And VSL funnels, again, they're in almost all circumstances, they are the best course of action. But a webinar, a long form webinar that's an hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours or longer, is going to build maximum trust and lead to, because of that, the most sales calls and the most buyers. Right. On the other hand, a complete opposite example. Let's say that you've already got an organic audience. You've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,000 followers on, let's say, Instagram. Well, the message me funnel is going to be the easiest and the most appropriate because you're already there. You've already got an audience. People can already see that you've got value. You just want to speak to them. You just want to get them to message you. Have a conversation, qualify them, get them on a sales call. So much easier, so much faster, so much cleaner. So it all depends on, do you have an audience or not? Is it a high trust or a low trust niche and market? What's your price? What are your deliverables? So it's just too much of a complex beast for me to tell you specifically what's right for you, because again, I don't know who you are yet. But again, if you do want my help with that, come into one of the coaching programs and I can help you to choose and I can help you to build it as well. Okay. So how do my 2 sales processes work? Well, I have 2. I've got a VSL funnel and a book funnel. So via my VSL funnel, I drive organic traffic to the Work With Me page of my website, where there's an explainer video, a VSL, and then people can, after watching it, book in a sales call to buy one of my 3 coaching programs. It's simple, it's extremely profitable, especially considering the traffic's free as well because it's organic. Second to that, my book funnel, I drive paid traffic to the long form sales page of my website, okay? And people can, after reading it, become a lead or go on to purchase the book and bonuses. And then afterwards, they can also book a sales call to buy one of my 3 coaching programs. Now, this is called a loss leader funnel because we lose money up front to create buyers, and then we ascend them at a later date after we've built value, trust, and respect by delivering an amazing buying experience, just like the one that I'm providing now here in this training. So that's the point. Okay, the whole point of a loss leader funnel, of a book funnel, is to just generate buyers, then prove to them that you are who you say you are, that you know what you're talking about, and give them so much value that they like you, they trust you, they respect you. And then if it's right for them, get them to join your coaching program to help them go further and help them go faster. So it's a long way around, but if you've got the money and you've got the time and you really love what you do, it's one of the best things that you can do. Okay, now something to be aware of when running a book funnel is this. A book funnel only works and is profitable because some people who buy the book and bonuses, not all, but some, they realize how much work there is to do and how easy it is to make mistakes and waste time and lose money and on and on. And they just want to shortcut how fast they get success and make money by working with you via one of your coaching programs. So that's the whole point. So not everybody is going to ascend, but a healthy handful of people will. If what you do is good, if your book is good, if your bonuses are good, and it really impresses them, and then they like you, they trust you, they respect you, they want to save time, they want to save money, they come into your coaching program, and again, it's a win for you and it's a win for them as well, which is how great businesses are built. And for those of you thinking, well, hold on a minute, you lose money. I thought business was about making money. Again, just to explain, when a smart person does choose to save the time and save the money and get things right first time by sending into one of my coaching programs, that's when the profit is made back on all of the BookFunnel advertising spend. Now, just to give you complete clarity on this, because I think it's important to share this level of detail, it costs me around $25 to make a $12.95 sale. So for every purchase, I lose roughly $12.05. So for every 100 customers, it costs me about $1,205 approximately. Now, I then make that back and make a profit when someone invests in one of my coaching programs, which then pushes me into profit overall. And again, this is called a loss leader, and is a very powerful way of generating extremely high quality customers. And the reason for that is because they make a very small investment first. So the book is only $12.95. And then they see how good I am at what I do and how difficult it can be to go it alone. This builds a lot of trust and respect. Then they make the smart decision and invest in one of the coaching programs, and the relationship continues from there. Next, part 4, let's talk about how I convert leads into buyers routinely, like clockwork, with ease and whilst having fun. Now, this is the fun part. You've got your offer, you've got your traffic, you've got your sales process, and now it's converting leads into buyers on autopilot. Okay, and the way that you do this, is by having fun making organic content and by running paid ads into a dialed-in sales process, which for me is my VSL funnel and my BookFunnel. Now, I love making videos, and I have since I was young, so operating my YouTube channel it's fun, it's easy, it's not a chore. Equally, and I know that this might sound a bit sad, a bit geeky, but I truly love building and optimizing sales processes, getting them dialed in, and getting them working at their best. And whilst this can take time and effort and skill, I'm weird. I just love making them. I love testing them. I love tracking all the numbers and eventually being able to just make videos, spend money on ads, and knowing that the sales will come in because all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Now, this doesn't happen overnight, and often parts of sales processes have to be made, iterated on, remade, iterated on again until they're perfect. But when they are, there is no better feeling. There's no better feeling than sitting and creating content, as I am literally right now, and having sales come in and money just land in the payment processor without any work on my part whatsoever. In fact, as I've been making this training, a sale just came in for £7,000 today. One of my coaches who takes our sales calls just closed a new client. And what am I doing? I've been in a cafe earlier working on this training presentation that I'm now making. And even after all these years, the feeling of making money without doing anything, it never gets old. It is really an amazing feeling. And now I can look forward to helping a new client to build an amazing business and make tons of money. I really feel blessed to do what I do, and I can't wait for you to feel this as well, because it is an amazing feeling. And if you do the work, you're going to feel it too. Like I said, you've got this amazing feeling to come, but how? By using what you learn in this training and the other bonus trainings that you've got access to. Take all these learnings, take action, build the right offer at the right price, get the right traffic, create the right sales process, and so on. And it is literally just a matter of time until sales are landing in your payment processor like clockwork. I can't wait for you to experience the feeling for yourself. More specifically though, once all of your ducks are in a row, again, offer, price, deliverables, traffic, sales process, conversion mechanism, and so on, you will be in the same position that I am now. Again, it takes time, yes. It takes iteration and hard work, yes, but it's all worth it. When the money begins pouring in, as you begin helping and adding value for your clients, whilst impacting the world. So, what does a dialed-in sales process actually look like though? Right, that's probably a question that's on your mind. Well, it looks like this. So the organic side is producing valuable content that viewers respond to, leading them to move into your sales process, whichever you decide to make, and proceed to buy. If that's happening, your sales process, your organic sales process is dialed in. Your paid sales process is going to look like this. All advertising and funnel metrics all advertising and funnel metrics are within or above those that I share inside the book, which I'll share again on the right here as an image, as you can see. Now, please keep in mind, these are VSL funnel metrics specifically. Okay, and what you can see here, the CPM, CTR, landing page percentage, CPL, video conversion rate, show rate, taken, close, and the cost per acquisition. You want to be at those numbers or above those numbers. Okay, so you want a CPM of around $15 or above. Sorry, I take that back. You want a CPM of $15 or below for that one metric. For the rest, you want to be above. CTR, you want your click-through rate to be 1% or above. You want your landing page to be converting at 20% or above. You want a cost per lead of 10 or lower. The lower the better, right? You want your VSL conversion rate to be 10% or above. You want your show-up rate to be 55% or above. You want your take-and call cost to be $250 or below, because obviously, again, the lower the better. You want your close rate to be 25% or higher, and you want your cost per acquisition to be really $1,000 or lower. Now, one thing to keep in mind here is what's your price, right? So if your cost per acquisition is $1,000 and your price is $1,000, well, you're breaking even. Not good. If it's $1,000 and you sell a $9,000 program like me, it's fantastic. It's amazing. Breathtaking. So that is your guide. Okay, to what having a dialed in paid sales process looks like. So next, part number 5. How I provide value when sales are made, plus my pricing strategies to ensure maximum profitability. And this is all about how to provide value and be fairly compensated for it. So firstly, providing value. Now, by far the best way I've found is via one-to-one coaching. By far. Because working with people in this manner, either via Zoom or in person, gets people the best results and the fastest. Hands down. Absolutely hands down. The only problem is it's not scalable because it's attached to your human time. Nonetheless, I do provide a one-to-one coaching program. I just charge a premium for it. And only deadly serious people join that program due to the cost, which in itself helps filter the non-serious from the serious. I also like to include my personal WhatsApp number for my one-to-one clients that add extra value. And it is genuinely my actual personal number. And they often text me and call me. A client said to me last week, Will, I didn't want to WhatsApp you because I didn't think it would be your personal number. I thought it went through to like an assistant or something. But it is genuinely my real personal number. So you've got access to me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Now, I only suggest doing this if you are absolutely in love with helping people like I am. Or else you're going to get overwhelmed and you won't enjoy it because it's so time consuming. Again, the only reason that I do this is because I'm on a mission to impact people's lives at the highest level possible, and I truly love what I do. Next, let's talk about how to use pricing to filter prospects. So going back to what I just said about pricing, when I said only deadly serious people join my one-to-one program due to the cost, which in itself helps filter the non-serious from the serious, pricing will automatically filter who buys from you. The cheaper your price, typically the worse the client quality and the more refunds and the more support requests. The higher your price, typically the better the client quality and the less refunds and the less support requests. After 7 years of doing this, almost 8 years now, and after working with so many clients, being in so many masterminds, knowing so many of the top people in this space, I can tell you that is an absolute fact. That is a fact. It really is. Now, other forms of providing value are a book, a mini course, an online course, a coaching program, a workshop, via Zoom or in person, a mastermind, via Zoom or in person. These are all fantastic, and I currently sell all of them. So let me share what I currently sell to inspire you and to add some value. So as you know, I sell a book for $12.95. I have a mini course that's included with the book for free as a bonus. That's a series of bonuses, bonus trainings. I have an online course, which is my e-learning accelerator, and that is free when you join any of my coaching programs. I have a coaching program, and there's 3 versions of it with varying levels of access to me personally. I have an in-person workshop, which is quarterly in Dubai for 1 day for £2,000 and includes a free dinner and a free yacht trip. And I have an in-person mastermind, which takes place every 6 months in Dubai for 3 days for £12,000. And again, it includes 3 dinners, 3 lunches, and a yacht trip. Now, my workshop is a beginner-friendly event for newer entrepreneurs, although we do sometimes allow advanced entrepreneurs in, just 1 or 2. But my mastermind is the opposite. It's a high-level event for established entrepreneurs, though again, we do sometimes allow beginners by discretion. So, what are my 3 coaching programs? Well, see these below, and just keep in mind my 9-hour in-depth e-learning accelerator online training program is included for free for the life of their coaching program access. Okay, so that's included in every single one. So the first program that I offer is done for you. It's £45,000, and this is where me and my team build the entire business for the client. Plus, we give them anytime one-to-one coaching via Zoom with me at will. They can book in every day of the week for an hour every day if they like. They can book in twice a day, whatever they like. And they get my personal WhatsApp for support along the way. So that's basically my big boy program. The second offer is done with you. So it's £7,000. And this is where I provide anytime one-to-one coaching via Zoom, similar to what I just said. And I work with clients one-to-one to help them to do everything and anything that they want and need to do. And they also have my personal WhatsApp for support along the way. So that's my middle offer. And then the final one is do it yourself. So it's way, way, way cheaper. It's only £3,000. And this is where I provide group coaching via Zoom only. So clients get a 2-hour Q&A with me every Monday. And they get a 2-hour workshop with my copywriter every Thursday. And that's it for the coaching. And again, they get the e-learning accelerator online training program included, which is basically the foundation. That's all of the knowledge. That's what to do and how. The coaching is there to hold their hand and answer their questions and so on and so forth. And what I've found is there's really only 2 things that people need when they've gone through the training program. And that is either to ask me questions and run decisions by me, or have my copywriter evaluate their funnel copy, their VSL copy, webinar copy, email copy, and on and on. Now, finally, let's talk about my pricing strategies to ensure maximum profitability. So before deciding on a price, like I mentioned in the book, look at the 12-month value of your product or service and then charge around the 10 to 20% mark approximately. Take that price, then examine the average spending power of your avatar, so the ideal prospect that you want to attract and sell to, and combining those, flesh out the appropriate price to charge, and voila, you've got a price point that's valuable and fits the avatar. And what I mean by that is, by taking the 10 to 20% mark, you make what is fair back in profit. People don't think like this. They just think, oh, 2K, 4K, 6K, 8K, 10K. They don't actually think, what is the true long-term value that I am providing here? It might be 50 grand, it might be 100 grand, it might be $250,000 a year. You need to be fairly compensated, and you should be, you deserve to be, right? Equally, when you know that figure, align it with your avatar. So who are you selling to? How much disposable income do they have? On, and you align the two, and that's when you land on a perfect price. Now, after 7 years of doing this, and knowing pretty much every e-learning offer in the world that's made above 10 to 20 million or so, I've learned a lot about pricing. And one of the most important things is the above. Okay. And 2 is the following. Sell high ticket, ideally recurring, Again, if it's appropriate for your avatar and your niche. Some niches it is, some niches it isn't. And if it is, absolutely do it. And again, if you want me to help you with all of this or any of this, or if you're feeling overwhelmed at this stage, just go to howto10million.com/join. You can speak to one of my coaches about me coaching you one-to-one, because look, I know that this stuff can be tricky and it can be overwhelming and it can be confusing when you're on your own. So that option is there if you need it. Okay. So why high ticket? Why not low ticket? Right. Well, I want to give you a suggestion here, and this is just my opinion, but I would say never, and I repeat, never charge low ticket for an online course or coaching program. Never. Yes, even if it comes with a community or school or something similar, you are costing yourself tons and tons of money and devaluing your product or service and attracting low quality prospects too. Don't do it. Charge high ticket, i.e. at least 2, 3, 4K on the bottom end. Now this will attract better quality prospects. It'll make you more profit, which you can reinvest into providing even better support, even more value for your clients, and it will help you to reach more people that you can help too. And it will even allow you to run paid ads whilst generating a profit, even more profit as well. The benefits to high ticket are endless, and none of that is possible when selling low ticket, unless you're able to sell either thousands of people in or get them in and ascend them later, which is really more of a lead magnet funnel, to be quite honest. Okay, so think of it this way. To make $12,000, you can either sell 3 4K clients or 61 197 clients. 3 versus 61. Now just think of the bloody support tickets alone. Holy moly. Believe me, it is just as hard to close a low ticket client as it is to close a high ticket client. It is the same. It's the same process. It's the same amount of energy. It's the same copy, on and on. It's just as difficult to close a 197 as it is a 4,000. So you may as well charge high ticket. Okay, not to mention all the benefits that we've covered already. So let's recap what I do myself. Charge high ticket and make it recurring. That's what I do. If it's appropriate for your avatar and niche, you should do the same. I charge a high price to attract high quality clients and reduce refund requests and support tickets. Just a caveat, I've never, ever, ever, ever so far had a refund request ever in the last 2-ish years of doing this, which I think speaks volumes, which is pretty cool. And sell multiple versions of your offer, i.e. different deliverables and alternate coaching tiers based on contact with you. And when it comes to tiers, I like to do group coaching, one-to-one coaching, and done for you. And if you can do that, I strongly suggest it, again, if it's right for you and your offer. Next, part 6, how I operate the business in a way that lets me live with freedom while still making multiple 6 figures a month. Because here's the thing, it's not about just making all the money. You've got to love your life and also avoid burnout. And I've learned that the hard way as well. It's not just about the money. One thing that's important to me is loving what I do and having the freedom to travel. Literally next week, I'm flying to Thailand for an entire month and I'm staying at a different 5-star resort every week for 4 weeks and 4 different hotels. That's only possible because of systems, right? Dialed in adverts, solid numbers like the ones I shared earlier in the training, proper tracking, dialed in, well-refined sales processes, a great team, clear values, and a clear mission. And I want to share that mission with you as well. Our mission at this company is to empower entrepreneurs to impact the world through their lifestyle education businesses. That, plus giving my team the freedom and trust to operate without me. That is how I operate the business in a way that lets me live with freedom while still making multiple 6 figures a month in cash collected, routinely and predictably. Now, don't get me wrong. I love working. I absolutely love working. It's my passion. But one thing I've learned is you need to take breaks to recharge and refresh. One thing that I personally love to do is just waste a little bit of money on first-class flights, 5-star hotels. I'm actually flying on a private jet for the first ever time shortly as well, which is it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Doing that just reminds me that I have freedom And it reminds me that all the money in the world is to be enjoyed, not just bloody constantly saved up and reinvested in the business and in real estate and all this stuff. I've invested literally millions in real estate now, and sometimes I just get too wrapped up in constantly working and investing and growing and planning and building and on and on. And doing this stuff, it just brings me back down to earth. It just reminds me what life is all about. Breaks just help me to appreciate life and prevent me from just getting burned out, going too hard for too long. And I highly suggest that you put just 5%, 10% of your income aside and waste it on what makes you happy. Save up for a car, buy a nice house, fly private or first class, stay at really, really, really expensive hotels, buy a nice watch, that kind of thing. And you'll have the potential to make a lot of money. This is the thing. These businesses produce extreme levels of cash flow. Okay. And like I've written here, you will have the potential to make a lot of money with your lifestyle education business. So get ready to enjoy it. And also doing this stuff, in my opinion, from my experience, it helps you make more. Because holding on to money and, I don't want to spend it, I don't want to invest it, I need to keep it all in the bank, it's a bad energy. That's not a growth energy. That's a negative energy. It's a failure energy. It's a I'm not going to make it, so I need to keep this money energy, right? But just going out there, treat yourself to a weekend at a 5-star resort, fly first class Emirates, that kind of thing. Buy yourself a nice watch, whatever it is. Just don't be scared of either wasting money or even investing money, right? Because that is an abundance energy. It's like, I can spend that $5,000. I can invest that 10 grand. I can waste that whatever amount of money. It's just a really good energy. It really is. It makes you feel good. It makes you want to build and grow and expand and go further and go bigger. It really does make a big difference. Another thing I'll share with you as well. Whenever I join a mastermind, I always make more money. And not sometimes, I almost feel like it's good karma from investing in myself. I almost think like the universe sees me trying and sees me going out there to do more and build and grow. And it gives me that growth because it sees me putting effort into getting it. I know it's a bit woo-woo, but I really believe in that stuff. So that's it. There you have it. So we've just covered all of the inner workings there of not just a fully functioning 6-figure a month, how to 10 million business, but also some thoughts in there, some feelings in there, some things that I've learned in there, not just how I'm doing it, but really me and this company as a whole. And you now know the following: how I create offers, how I generate both paid and organic traffic, how both of my sales processes are built, i.e. how I generate leads and sales, how I convert leads into buyers routinely like clockwork with ease and whilst having fun, how I provide value when sales are made, plus my pricing strategies to ensure maximum profitability, how I operate the business in a way that lets me live with freedom whilst making multiple 6 figures a month, and a few other bits and bobs that I put in there for you as well. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this training as much as I have making it for you. And now it's time for you to get to work. So make use of the book, make use of the bonuses, make use of this training, and you really have got everything that you need to make this not only a reality, but build a really awesome, great business that makes you a hell of a lot of money and has an awesome positive impact on the world as well. So it's been a pleasure to help. It's been a pleasure to add value. And here's to your success.